Good morning, YouTubers. Back with a bobber. What have I done? I have the new oil sump arrived. It fits, it's fitted, and I've just topped the oil back up to see if I've got any leaks or whatever, but frankly it's got, oh sorry, that is the GPZ sump. You can see the little can't see it, there we go. So it's got the little like dent in it, I suppose, but you know, that's how they all come, so it's not a dent. I had to scrape it off a lot because it was kind of crappy. It's got the drain plug is at the front rather than the back. That is the only difference within them, so I think we're good. So that's on. I've just let it run for a little bit to see how it works, or that it works. Just to heat up the oil a bit. So I'm just going to let that settle and see if it goes. Job for today. I might get brutal today. I want to do some frame stuff because under all of the bits that I put on, it's quite local. So I do need to sort it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take off all the accoutrements, give it a rub down and give it a good de-rust. What I'm also going to do today is I'm going to be brave, be brutal and get these bad boys off, which could be cool, could be disastrous, but we only know when we try. And the reason I film it is if it is disastrous, hopefully somebody else will see it and not do the same. Yeah, so that's job for today, so let's get cracking. That was a bit of a bonus for the day. My replacement mudguard's just arrived, and it's almost as good nick as the other one, but it's the one I'm going to cut to fit and to look better, and to spray black obviously. So I'll do that now actually while I've got the grinder out. Perfect timing. So what I'm going to do, take a slice off the end just so I get the profile there, ditto on the back, work out where I'm going to put them, mark them off and give them a cut, and I'll do that right now. Okay, and a little bit of before and after. That's the original one. That's the one that I've just butchered with the old angle grinder. What was I going to say? Yeah, in a garage on your own, you're not the most health and safety compliant person in the world, but if I'm pissing around with an angle grinder, eye protection there and ear protection, yeah, you don't have to do it, but a bit daft if you don't, frankly. Yeah, unfortunately, you see the first line there, I wanted to get away with not using that hole or getting around that hole. It just didn't look right, so I'm going to have to fill it, but that's fine. I need to do some prep on that anyway. Yeah, that looks bulkier, that looks better, and it will fit better because it's designed to. So probably a job for tonight is to hack that all the way back, because I don't just want to paint on the chrome because it'll just flake off and fall off. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, I'm going to get on with the side stand, or the first side stand, with the exhaust hangers that are no longer in use / rear pegs, after I've had my lunch. Okay, so it's one kind of down. So I was really cautious. So that's off. Sorry, let's do the handbag shot. That looks infinitely better. It saved a lot of weight as well because it's really quite heavy. You can see all the little bits down there. So what I've done is, and I think I'll film the other side actually. Now I know it's not completely going to cock up. I took it off quite high to get the bulk off, and then I've just taken like slice after slice after slice. The first thing that I checked though, once I'd taken that edge off, is that there, it sounds daft, but it's solid inside. So as in, if it was hollow, as in this went all the way through, it's a tube all the way through, I'd be making structural change, but I'm not. What I'm doing is taking off bits that have been stuck onto a structural piece, so I'm a lot more comfortable than I was before. That was my biggest concern actually. I probably didn't voice it too much because it scared me slightly. So what, this is a cutting blade, so it's really thin. I've cut before. In fact, I cut the side stand off with a grinding blade, which I do also have somewhere in the back of the garage. So what I'm going to do is leave it with a cutting blade for now, come back with a grinding one in a minute and just try and flatten that round a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to be sharp, which is a crucial bit. Right, I'm going to set you up somewhere so you can see what I'm doing and do the other side. Cool. There you go, set up. I'm probably going to shout because I can't hear myself, just to prove. I do follow my own advice sometimes. I'm wearing my kit. Right, so first big cut just to get the bolt out. So first lump off, just do what I did before and make sure that, yeah, happy. Right, I'm just going to check that footage to see whether or not your angle's good enough to catch anything. I'll just move you around a bit because I don't think you're getting the best view there. I'm not sure, this one's a lot better. So now I'm just still got the cutting blade on. I'm just going to start getting the rest of that off. Slightly dodgy camera angle there, or view. I think that is about as far through as I'm going to get with the blade. I'm going to change over the blade on the angle grinder to a grinder just to flatten that off a little bit now. Chuck you on charge in between. Okay, so pretty much job done really. And looking so much better without those big chunks of metal. Got them in the bin. That is quite a lot of bulk off. First time I've ever done that. Like most people, my routine way of removing useless weight from the back of a motorcycle is to get off it. But that actually, that was hard. It was scary. It was scary because I didn't want to completely trash a bike or accidentally cut through anything I didn't want to. But no, that was good. So what now? I've got rid of most of it, got rid of worst of the bulk. I think what I'm going to do actually on the bits and pieces, because they're sharp and I don't want to spend forever filing away there. So I think I'm going to get some JB just to fill in the gaps as much as anything else. There's nothing structural, the structural stuff's still there, so I didn't want to go too deep in taking, I'm not looking at what I'm talking about, I didn't want to go too deep into trying to get the bits and pieces off, because I didn't want to damage the structure of the bike, because that would be freaking stupid. Yeah, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to strip everything off. Strip everything off. I'm going to give it a really good jet wash. Try and get rid of some of the oil as well while I'm doing it. Give it a really good jet wash and a load of engine degreaser, and just see if I can clean it up a little bit, because it's really khaki. And what I would like to do is get some paint on some of the bits. By paint I mean just hammerite paint, frame paint, just to get rid of the worst of some of the keck that I can see before I start putting it all back together again. Within all of that, obviously there's tank off. I might as well take the carbs off, just out of curiosity, if nothing else. I'm going to bang those 125s in whilst it's all apart and drying and all that sort of thing. If for no other reason, if I take the carbs off now, it's a nice simple evening jobby. While I had the grinder out, I don't think I filmed it actually, I've also gone over the edges of that with the grinder just to tidy it up. So another evening job tonight will be rubbing that back really as roughly as I can, because painting on chrome can be an utter bitch. Yeah, stripping that all the way back and getting that painted. That is going to look the dog's bollocks when it's blacked up and on there. Great idea with this. I don't know, proof of concept if nothing else, but it's bodged on. I don't like it. This is designed for it and will look good. Yeah, I also need to fill that in a little bit as well, but that's fine. Cool, right, get stripping. Right, naked and blue. Too many jokes. Yeah, so stripped off, stripped down. It's had a jet wash. It's had a bit of a douche off with engine cleaner. Just in time for the rain, just slightly out cover. That's a load of rust converter on it. That's the main bike for the day. I've also sluiced out my garage and drive a little bit because it got a bit oily over the last week or so. A little bit of rust converter, load of rust converter on the inside of that as well, because sorry, that's the mud guard. Just because why not? Right, so that's me for the day. I'm going to tuck this away, let that rust converter do its thing overnight, and break out the paint tomorrow. So what? It's kind of a big conversion weekend, really. I'm not really doing a lot of mechanical stuff, although I am going to put those split over there, put the 125s in the carbs tonight, I think, and start sanding that down ready for black. But just the removal of those rear hangers has had such an effect. Such an effect. It's just opened up the swing arm. Love it. Love it. I say love it. I've then pulled it apart while I'm doing it. It's always the way with the project. I would love to have the patience to strip it down from bare and then build up, and it will make a great YouTube montage as it slowly comes to life. Yeah, I've not got the patience for that. I tend to do a bit, right, that works, right, strip it off again, do something else, that works, strip it off, do it again. It's not the most methodical way, but I need little wins as I go along, otherwise I go slightly nuts. And the entire point of doing this is so that I don't go slightly nuts. So yeah, so that'll do for the day. This evening stuff, which I won't film, is swapping the 125s into the carb, and prepping the mudguard for paint. I might even try and chuck some on tonight. Like paint in the dark's not the best of ideas. Depends what happens with the weather, really, because I don't really have a lot of paint indoor options. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting a brush on this tomorrow, and just fundamentally making it feel better. I'm not going to do the rocker top because I do have to. Well, I do have to I really think I need to have a look at the valves on it, which I should probably do while it's all torn apart. But yeah, yeah, I'd love to, but it's not going to happen this weekend, so I'm going to do the rest of it tomorrow and see how I go. Cool, catch you later. In fact, just before I knock it on the head, I want to talk subscribers. Now, I was really following my subscribers really closely when I got up to 50. I was following it even more closely when I got up to 100, and I haven't really looked since then. And I had a look this morning, it was about 117, which is, yeah, blown away by. Thanks very much. I don't do this for subscribers. I don't really do this for YouTube. I piss around with bikes, and actually I find filming helps me while I'm doing it. If it helps anyone else, fantastic. And if people just like following the journey of a knackers yard, of something old and decrepit coming in and something better driving out, yeah, brilliant, more than happy. A big thanks for the subscribers, big thanks for those that subscribe, comment, those that gives it a thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. If you're enjoying it, share it. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. It's therapeutic, and actually filming bits of it as well just kind of shares the wealth. It's nice that this is a fairly solitary existence in the garage and escaping for the world, but it is nice to share it with people as well. Yeah, thanks very much all. Click like and subscribe and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, cheers all, I'll catch you later.